Hey there, folks! And let me tell you, I am pumped for today's video. We're diving into the lives of some of the most influential and powerful women in world history. The leaders, the fighters, the pioneers who shattered glass ceilings and left an indelible mark on the world. These women were forces to be reckoned with, and their stories deserve to be told and retold again. So buckle up, grab your favorite beverage, and get ready to be inspired. Let's get started. First up, we're traveling back in time to ancient Egypt to meet the legendary Cleopatra. Now, Cleopatra wasn't just a pretty face. She was the last active ruler of the Ptolemaic Kingdom of Egypt, a brilliant strategist and a shrewd politician who knew how to navigate the treacherous waters of Roman politics. Imagine for a second, ruling Egypt at just 18 years old. Cleopatra faced constant threats and power struggles, but she held her own, using her intelligence, charm, and yes, her romantic alliances with Julius Caesar and Mark Antony to keep Egypt strong and independent. Talk about a powerhouse! Next, we're heading over to France to meet the incredible Joan of Arc. Now, Joan was a true original, a peasant girl who claimed to have divine visions that led her to become a military leader during the 100 Years' War. Can you imagine the courage it took at just 17 to lead armies in battle clad in armor alongside the men? Joan's unwavering faith, bravery, and military victories, especially the liberation of Orleans, turned the tide of the war in favor of the French and cemented her place as a national heroine. Talk about answering the call! Tragically, Joan was captured and burned at the stake at just 19, but her legacy continues to inspire generations of artists, writers, and revolutionaries. From warrior queen to royal icon, we're now off to England to meet the one and only Queen Elizabeth I. Ascending to the throne at the age of 25, Elizabeth ruled England for 44 glorious years, a reign known as the Elizabethan era, a time of incredible progress and cultural flourishing. But don't let the fancy gowns and powdered wigs fool you. Elizabeth was a true boss lady, facing down threats from Spain, navigating religious turmoil, and establishing England as a major world power. She was a patron of the arts, a brilliant mind, and a symbol of female strength and leadership in an era where women were often relegated to the sidelines. Chapter 4. From the royal court to the world of science, we're now stepping into the lab with the brilliant Marie Curie. Now, Marie was a true pioneer, breaking barriers in the male-dominated field of science and making groundbreaking discoveries that changed the world. Born in Poland and later working in France, Marie dedicated her life to scientific exploration, conducting groundbreaking research on radioactivity and becoming the first woman to win a Nobel Prize. And then she did it again, becoming the only person in history to win Nobel Prizes in 2 different scientific fields. Her work wasn't without sacrifice. Her tireless research ultimately led to her death from radiation poisoning, but her legacy continues to inspire scientists and dreamers all over the world. Chapter 5. Next, we're going to the heart of the American Civil Rights Movement to meet a woman whose quiet courage sparked a revolution, Rosa Parks. In 1955, Rosa, a seamstress and activist, refused to give up her seat on a segregated bus in Montgomery, Alabama. This simple act of defiance, of standing up, or rather sitting down, for what she believed in, ignited the Montgomery bus boycott, a pivotal moment in the fight for racial equality in America. Rosa's bravery in the face of injustice made her an icon of the civil rights movement and inspired generations to fight for a more just and equitable world. Chapter 6. From fighting for justice to spreading compassion, we're now traveling to the streets of Calcutta, India, to meet a woman who dedicated her life to serving the poorest of the poor, Mother Teresa. Born in what is now North Macedonia, Mother Teresa felt a calling to serve the sick and destitute, founding the Missionaries of Charity in Calcutta. For over 45 years, she and her fellow nuns and missionaries lived and worked among the most marginalized communities, providing food, shelter, medical care, and love to those who needed it most. Mother Teresa's unwavering compassion and dedication to serving humanity earned her the Nobel Peace Prize in 1979 and inspired countless others to follow in her footsteps of selfless service. Chapter 7. From a life of service to a life of activism, we're now heading to the Swat Valley in Pakistan to meet a young woman who risked her life for the right to an education, Malala Yousafzai. In a region where girls were often denied access to education, Malala bravely spoke out, writing a blog under a pseudonym about her experiences and advocating for girls' right to learn. At the age of 15, Malala was shot in the head by the Taliban for her activism, but instead of being silenced, Malala's voice grew stronger. She recovered, continued to speak out for girls' education, and became the youngest person ever to win the Nobel Peace Prize at the age of 17. Malala's story is a testament to the power of one voice, the importance of education, and the unwavering courage it takes to stand up for what you believe in, even in the face of danger. Chapter 8. Margaret Thatcher, the Iron Lady. From advocating for education to navigating the world of global politics, we're now stepping into the world of leadership with the Iron Lady herself, Margaret Thatcher. In 1979, Thatcher shattered that ultimate glass ceiling, becoming the first female Prime Minister of the United Kingdom, a position she held for 11 years. Thatcher was a force to be reckoned with on the world stage, a powerful orator, a staunch conservative, and a polarizing figure who left an indelible mark on British politics and beyond. Love her or disagree with her policies, there's no denying that Thatcher's impact on British society and her role as the first female leader of a major Western power paved the way for future generations of female leaders. Chapter 9. Angela Merkel, the world's most powerful woman. Speaking of powerful women in politics, let's head over to Germany to meet the woman often dubbed the world's most powerful woman, Angela Merkel. Merkel served as the Chancellor of Germany for 16 years, navigating complex global issues, from financial crises to the Syrian refugee crisis, with her trademark pragmatism and steady leadership. Merkel, a physicist by training, was known for her analytical approach to problem solving and her ability to build consensus on the world stage. As a champion of the European Union and a vocal advocate for human rights and international cooperation, Merkel's impact on global politics is undeniable. Chapter 10. Ruth Bader Ginsburg, Champion of Justice. Last, but certainly not least, we're heading back to the United States to meet a legal giant and pop culture icon who dedicated her life to fighting for equality, Justice Ruth Bader Ginsburg. Appointed to the Supreme Court in 1993, Justice Ginsburg became a champion for gender equality, a staunch defender of women's rights, and a cultural phenomenon known for her sharp wit, her iconic dissenting callers, and her unwavering commitment to justice. Before joining the Supreme Court, Justice Ginsburg co-founded the Women's Rights Project at the ACLU and argued 6 cases before the Supreme Court, winning 5, all centered on gender discrimination. Her tireless work to dismantle discriminatory laws and ensure equal rights for all cemented her place as a true American hero and an inspiration to generations of lawyers, activists, and anyone fighting for a more just and equitable world. Thanks for watching, folks. Remember, these women have shaped our world in incredible ways. Stay inspired and keep learning.